So, you want to find out how to make the most of your inventory? Well, do I have a video for you. Today we're going to be doing Fluffalz Workshop, yay! I'm going to be showing you how to get the best out of your inventory and how to use items in your inventory that you may have not thought were that cool. And we're going to be trying to construct some stuff. And I will be doing an announcement in the middle of this video, so I recommend watching the whole thing because you want to find that announcement somewhere. And it will be a cool one, so wait for that. So let's just get into it right now. So I'm just going to transition quickly. Oh, that was sexy. Let's go. Big poggers. Right. So the first thing we need to do if we're going to have a look at our inventory and try to figure out like what we have to do is actually looking at our inventory. So let's do that first of all. So with our inventory, you want to be scrolling down. Well, what do we want to be looking for? We want to be looking for wheels, if we want to be doing like a cool design around wheels. And we want to be looking at body paints and decals with maybe some colors you haven't really used before. First tip, and this is a big one, if you want to use your inventory to the fullest, you can't just shy away from colors you haven't used. So say for example with me, I don't like using forest green stuff, I don't like using lime or cobalt or stuff like that. So that's why I have now started to make like cobalt designs like this one I made on stream. And I'm actually using it now. It's like one of my favorite presets. So that's my first tip. So my first tip is we're going to have a look through, and as you maybe not know, because this is a longer series, this is all live unscripted. So I'm just talking to you and I'm just doing it as we go. So it may not come out how I really want it, but that's kind of what the series is about, is spontaneously doing car designs. So first of all, what do we want to do? We want to have a look through our inventory as I am doing now, and we want to be picking out cool wheels. Actually, let me just put the archive on. I'm going to be putting out cool decals. So, I know it can't be traded in. Don't fucking remind me. Thank you. So we want to be scrolling down. We want to skip past all the rocket pass wheels because they're not really too cool to design nice stuff with. But what we want to be doing, we want to be keeping our eyes out for decals and wheels, preferably painted, preferably with two colors. For the wheels, not for the decals, of course. So I'm just going to have a quick scroll through here and see if I can find something cool that we can work with. Now, if you don't have this big of an inventory, don't worry, stick with me, because what we want to be doing is we want to be using any inventory. And trust me, even if you just have a few items, you can make a cool design. I used to do this on my Fiverr. I used to do car commissions for people, like Pimp My Rocket League Ride, but better because my designs look good. And we're shots fired. And we're going to be looking through this inventory. Now, what I am seeing is a lot of rocket pass decals. So actually, we might want to use a rocket pass decal. Now, people have told me that I should be doing Dominus designs. So I'm just going to go completely out of my comfort zone here and actually do a Dominus design. So we're going to be using the Crimson Dominus or A's as my decal. I'm just going to pick a random decal and just try to work off of that. So if we customize my car, if we go into here and we go into the Dominus, because we want the Dominus for this. Now what I will be doing is, maybe this will be different for you, but I will be trying to get the best possible design. So I will be using Bacchus mod for this. But as I said, I'm trying to use as much from my inventory as possible. So we're going to go into archive. We're going to find that Aura A's that I found, which was the crimson one. Let's go down here. There it is, the crimson one. And now what I want to do is I want to find the crimson and I want to find fitting wheels to it. So I'm actually just going to try to do this completely out of my inventory for the first example. So what are we going to do? We are going to go Crimson Blossoms. Those look interesting. Not really a wheel I would use though, and not really one I really want on my car. Now you're very welcome to just do anything you want. Ooh, Crimson Cristianos look pretty cool. But one thing I will recommend is try to make it as cool as possible. Literally, I know I said at the beginning you should try to go out your comfort zone a bit, but don't like start using wacky wheels you would never use, because that's kind of a different story. Like don't just using like burnt sienna fidget spinners, because that's kind of weird, you know. So stick to what you know is good. Why do I have 4 pairs of Ghostbuster wheels? Questionable. So we are using the Crimson Cristianos, I think, because I'm not really going to find anything else. Actually, you know what? I might go for the Lime Infiniums. Let's just use this as an example. This is a very crisscross pattern. So we figured out what decal we want to use, and we figured out what wheels we want to use. I'm going to try with these. I can't promise that anything as cool is going to come out of them. So next step, after you've found your items that you want to base your car around, this can be boost, this can be trails, this can be literally anything. So just pick out what items with nice colors you like, maybe stuff you haven't used before, and try to make something around that, just as like a exercise. But then we're going to go into the colors, like the paint finish type tab. Why is it called the paint finish tab? I've never noticed that. Anyway, we go into there and then we try to match the colors. So we're going to go for like a limey green, and then we're going to go for like a pink. Now I'm already seeing this ain't going to work with the crimson aurais that we're using. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to use these colors, which do actually look pretty cool. And then we're going to go back to our decals, and then we're going to swap it out maybe for a black to do like a neon car. I think that looks pretty cool. We just need to tweak the pink just a tiny bit, because you see, as you can see, it's not like that pastel pink. It's like just a bit darker. So that looks pretty cool. And then we're going to go into the boost. Now we can use like something like pink sparkles, which is in my inventory, or I can use something that's perhaps a little more fitting. Probably not that flashy, but you know what I mean. So, and I'm going to try to go completely out of my comfort zone, as I said. So I'm not going to be using any standard boosts, not anything like that. We're going to try to make something that actually looks really cool. I guess we could use a pink flamethrower. We're going with like a neon theme here, so I'm not quite sure what boost we want to use. Now, anything can come later if you do feel like you haven't got the stuff for it yet, and it might come to you later. But if it doesn't, don't worry about it too much. In the worst case scenario, you can always like pick something else that works. So, or do we just go for pink and be lazy on this one? I feel like we can be lazy on this first example, right? So we're going to go in. We're going to use, I don't know, I don't have a pink atomizer. That'd be kind of cool. So we're going to just pick a matching gold explosion. So I think we'll use the forest laser, the forest razor, the forest green force razor. There we go. I'm just going to use it just because it's green, and then because we have a pink boost, I'm going to pick the EKG trail because it is green. It is my favorite green trail, so that's why we're going to use it. And I don't think actually we need a painted octane on this, because the black of the octane contrasts really well with the pink of the Dominus. And if you see here, I've already made a cool design in like, what, a minute? Did that take a minute? I don't know. How long am I recording? Don't know. So paint finishes, what do we want to look at with our paint finishes? Now, if you have the colors and you have the boost and you have like your kind of theme sorted out, it might be good to look at your paint finishes and see what you can change there. So what we can do is we can change this and like experiment around a bit. So does that fit the texture of our car? Does that not? Like have a look at it. Do I just want to use anodized like everybody else? Which isn't bad, you know. I kind of want to use metallic flake on this because it does look cool with like all the little sparkles and dots on it, which is kind of like the infiniums that we're using, so that kind of works. And yeah, so that would be our first car. If we just use the same, okay, maybe not metallic flake, maybe we just use like a metallic on that one, and maybe metallic flake is a bit too much, so we can use that on the other side. And there we go, I've already made one car. Wow, didn't take at all. And this was using wheels and a decal from my inventory that I never used before because I don't use Dominus at all. I've used the Lime Infiniums a bit, but you know, I've done a lot of car designing, so please just spare me. Just spare me, please. So we're going to delete this. Bang, gone. Right, next one. next one. So we're going to go with an octane, I think, this time. Also, if you want to do some of these car designs and you're like, but I don't have these items, what do I do? Or, you know, like, I don't have this paint finish, don't do this. Just find something else. Just really try to see with what, like, work with what you have. Because I feel like a lot of people have stuff in their inventory that they don't know is good. They're like, don't really like this decal, and it's like, oh, these wheels are alright, and then you just do like a really cool design with them, and people are like, oh, Jesus Christ, okay, these are pretty cool. So next design, we're gonna go back into our inventory. We're gonna have a little scrolly down. You know what? I'm gonna do this with eyes closed. This one. Oh, propeller wheels. I'm not gonna use propeller wheels. I'm sorry. We can use the burnt sienna pop tops. There you go. Oh, geez, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. But that's the fun of designing. You never know what's gonna come out. So we're gonna use the burnt sienna pop tops. Now these are pretty ugly. Not gonna lie. So they got like an orange in the middle. So with this, I'm gonna do a bit of a different thing. So we're gonna use the pop tops, are we? They look very similar to the Sovereign ATs, like from the way they're built up. So I have an idea for this, right? So we're going to go black, we're going to go burnt sienna because I have a burnt sienna octane, so why not use it? Then we're going to go for like an orangey fade because you see it has an orange on it. So we're going to go orange on both sides like this. Then for this side, we're going to do a bit of a, I guess we can do a bit of a sandy tone. I think that kind of works. Actually, I have an idea with this, what I can do. So I can do this and I can do anodized pearl. So like this. And then for this one, we do anodized 2. And then for this side, because it is a blue side and we do not have anything matching for this, we can go for a secondary paint finish and then just do anodize on the second. So there you go. That's also a cool design you can make. And as you can see, I actually don't find this design too bad. And A, it's a burnt sienna design, and B, I did it with a pop top, which is like people's idea of a bad wheel. So that just proves you can really kind of do everything with any decal and stuff that you choose. I usually get it in my comments and in everything else that people like suggest me different stuff, and I'm like, it's gonna be done before, like, you know. And this is kind of what I want to see from people like, I mean, like you guys at home, you know. So we are gonna move on to the third car, and this is just another one that I'm gonna do. I wish I had like a live audience watching this, because I used to do this on stream where people named me like a random item that, you know, they thought it was totally underrated or like no one used, or like you couldn't make into a good car design, and I was like, name me any item and I'll make it into a good car design. So that's kind of cool. But before we continue on to the next car, I want to make an announcement. Now, I thought that I might do a giveaway. Now, giveaway, what can you do? Items are cool, but I don't really have, I mean, I have a lot of items, but they are untradeable. So, and I'm not really in the place where I'm rich enough to be like, hey, you guys have 20 white octanes, I don't give a shit, you know, that, because that's not how rich I am. But I thought what I could do is, seeing as I am a car designer, and I do pride myself on being a pretty good one, and because I was inspired by this video, what I'm gonna do, anybody in my Discord, and now I'm going to announce this again in my Discord, but this will be first announced in this video. So if you're watching this video, you have a better chance of getting it. In my Discord, you can join the Discord in the link below. And we're going to have a competition. Whoever submits, right? Whoever submits the best car design, right? And their best clip where they're using the car design. So you have to have a cool shot with a cool car design on it. And it'll be judged by me alone. So I think I'll probably pick a winner for the car design and a winner for the clip, because otherwise it's unfair if people just like freestyle and then they just win. But if you show me the best car design and your best clip with the car design, and both of those together, then you will win yourself a private car design session with me. So I will be going through your inventory, not in that creepy way. Don't look at me like that. So basically, we'll be in like Discord DMs, and you can send me all your inventory, and I'll make you some cool car designs, just chat and have fun. I thought that would be kind of cool. Also a cool way to interact with my community, so that's what we're going to do. There's going to be 3 winners, so there's going to be a first place, a second place, and a third place. Doesn't really matter about the placing. 3 winners will get the same prize, which will be a car design session with me. I hope that's a cool prize. If you don't like the prize, then just don't enter. Easy as. So yeah, and let's get on with the last car design. Right. So again, we're going to go into inventory. Now, I'm going to do it a bit Dora the Explorer style, okay? Just a bit. Just a bit. I'm going to test you. I'm going to test you. So, we're going to go through inventory. What are we going to pick? What are we going to pick? Do I just do a... I'll do one, you know what? I'll do one based on a boost, because that's a weird thing to do. Based on a boost. What boost are we going to use? We're going to use the fish boost. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just use the fish boost. I'm just gonna be funny with I'm just gonna be funny today. I'm throwing all caution to the wind, and we're using the fish boost because that is fun. Also, I wanted to do a design with this boost because I actually didn't realize it was in the rocket pass. I completely skipped it. Anyway, so we're gonna be using the fish boost if I can actually find it, and not be a dumbass with my alphabet. And I do remember A, B, C, D, E, F, G, okay, it's there. So we have our boost. Next, what do we do? That's right, we go to the colors. Cool, we go to the colors. So we go to the colors. What do we do here with the colors? We are going to look at the fish boost again. Okay, so we have the white underbelly of the fish. We have the red on top, which is like a red-orange kind of burnt sienna kind of thing. And then we have the water coming out the back, water. So we want to have a water kind of thing with like red on the top, white at the bottom. So red, white, and blue. Red, white, and sky blue. So what are we going to do? We're going to go through our decals now. Do I use a compound C for this? I don't think that's a good idea, but I kind of want to use it just for the lols. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use the compound C. We're going to do... Oh yeah, I can't really use the... I guess I can use the burnt sienna one? No, the red one. Does that even look good? I just have to question real quick if that looks good. Does that look good? Probably not. With the boost? Nope, not at all. Okay, never mind. So we're not going to use the compound C. We are going to be using something different. What do I use for this? That is my question. Oh, Jesus. Jeez. I'm dying because I'm using the fish boost. That's what's happening. So what we can do is we could use... I have an idea what decal we can use if I don't find anything. We can use the smoke screen. That looks pretty cool. Ooh, I can use... What I can do for this is we can use the crimson one for this side and then the sky blue one for this side. And then what we can do is we can use this sky blue for the water coming out the back. Never mind, we need one more to the left. There we go. That matches pretty well. And then what we do for the other side is we just use the red. It's more like this color, so I'm not sure about the red on that side. Never mind, we'll just do one side for now. So, we got the fish... I can't believe I'm doing the scar, what is this? So we got the fish color, we got the white, we got the sky blue coming out the back. So what do we need next? Exactly, the wheels, cool. So we're gonna do the wheels now. Now, what do we need for the wheels? We need a wheel with white, sky blue, or the weird orangey color on it. So we're gonna scroll down. Now we could do camo, doing like a fishing net kind of vibe, but I don't think that's really too cool. We could do the sky blue Cristianos, which actually kind of look not too bad on this car. So that's one of the forerunners that I'm having. Now, if you want to copy this car, you can use any sky blue wheel. It does not matter, like Sunburst, like, I don't know, whatever sky blue wheels you have, basically. So it's not really too important. Now, we can use the normal Infiniums because they have both colors in there. And it even looks kind of white. So that works as well. So we have the fish. We have the decal. I've just noticed I need to do it just a bit more red. Like this, I guess. Yeah. We have the fish. We have the decal. We have the Infiniums. And we have the Octane. Now, what do we need to finish it all off? That's right. The antenna. I'm joking. But you can also use fish antenna like a fish taco if you want to. But it's kind of stupid. I think there's also like a fish on a spear or something, but I don't have that one, so I'm just not going to use it. We need the trail now. Toon Hydro is the perfect trail for this. I actually kind of like this car now. I think I might use this as a meme car. And as the explosion, of course, we're going to be using the floppy fish gold explosion. Look at that. Look at how amazing that is. I've actually now seen like the fish are kind of orange. So I do think I want to be putting the paint back again. Now, it isn't a problem if you want to adjust your paints and everything afterwards. The main thing is you just want to be moving on as quick as possible so you get everything together and then you can do the adjustments around it. So that's my last tip for this video is if you want to do car designs from a inventory that you have, don't try to fiddle around too much with it. Literally just like pick out items just like I did at the beginning with the Infinium design. Oh, I've just used Infinium twice, I've just noticed. Never mind, it works. So, just like we did with the Dominus, I picked out a crimson decal, I picked out the wheels, and then I just said, okay, let's just do a Dominus car design. And that's kind of what you want to do. You just want to go item, 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 put it on the car, let's just start it. And then once you notice in what direction you want to go, so like you start matching the colors to certain things, you start seeing other things, you're like, hey, maybe this decal doesn't work on this car, and then you take it off, right? So it's kind of like painting a painting, but in reverse. So instead of slowly putting on the color bit by bit, you're trying to just smash on all the color and then remove it so that it's nice afterwards. Don't know if that made sense. If it does, cool. If it doesn't, I don't care. So yeah, I just made a fish car. So I don't know what's happening right now. So I'm just going to call this fish. And anyway, yeah, so that just happened. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I have been Fluffalz. I have been in this video. I don't know why I just said that. Never mind. So, if you want to be part of the giveaway, go into my Discord. Click the link below, which is my Discord link. Go to that. Join the Discord. I'll say hello to you. And then post a GIF with a cool car design into the giveaway channel. And then I'll see you soon, and peace.